The fact that you've got a couple books, tell us about your books, Superconductors, and also the 3 volumes, Activating Your Life. Those look pretty interesting. What are those about?
Yeah, I'll activate your life. I'll talk about first, which is it's a series we published, and we have over 100 co-authors now. And these are coaches from all over the world, spiritual coaches, business coaches, life coaches, health coaches. And I realized that there's a kind of a hack, a shortcut to becoming an author, which is these collaborative book projects. Because what we do is we have everyone write a single chapter,
Mhm.
which is an exercise or the modality that they have created. So it's a really cool way of establishing your expertise in a field, because it forces you to distill down what you know into your own personal method. Which, if you've got that far, that basically proves what you're talking about, and you've tested it out on your clients, and it's your best, one of your home run exercises that really changes people's lives.
Mm.
So these books are essentially a collection of life-changing exercises that you could go through on your own, or if you're a coach, you could learn the exercise and add it to your own coaching practice. And what ends up happening is a lot of our co-authors, they go on to write full-length books. It's kind of a stepping stone in a sense. It gives them the confidence that it's not actually very hard to be an author. You just have to, there's some steps, but it's totally doable. And that's the same thing that happened with me before I wrote Superconductors, which was my first full-length book.
Mhm.
I was in one of these collaborative book projects, and I saw that it's actually fairly straightforward to become a published author. And then I was able to go and write Superconductors, which was essentially a distillation of, it's not a spiritual book. In a sense, it's more on the business side of things,
Mhm.
but it's a distillation of what are the skills that you can cultivate that will make you more valuable, that will make you essentially the only one in the world who can do what you do. And so these sort of stack on top of your existing skills. So like the ability to be a good storyteller, or the ability for you to manage your own energy levels, your personal state, right? If you can add these to your other skills, and all of a sudden in the world of the marketplace, you become super valuable.
Mhm. What I like about what you've done with these collaborative books with different authors, you are actually giving other people from around the world the opportunity to access a greater audience to what they're doing, and everybody has their own beautiful expertise. So that is great. I do know other authors who've been, even myself. I've had a story in a chicken soup book, which Mark Victor Hansen and who was the other guy, I forget. Those two guys started Chicken Soup, and that's the same thing too. That is really cool. Do you have a particular favorite story from one of those authors in one of those books?
The first one that comes to mind is a dentist who became a professional wrestler,
All right.
and
Yeah.
he created his own technique,
Uh-huh.
which is just him looking in the mirror at himself. And it's the way that he described it, it's probably one of the most emotional ones for me recently,
Mhm.
because I tried it, and every time it's like, you know what it feels like when someone really sees you, another person. And if you can do that for yourself with the mirror, if you can like acknowledge and be present with yourself by gazing in your own eyes in the mirror, um, then you see yourself with all of your flaws and all of your history and all of the good things about you, and you're not fighting against any part of you. There's such acceptance of here's who I am in this lifetime, in this moment. Um, it really meant a lot to me to read his exercise, and I was happy that it was part of the book. But so many of these have the same effect on different readers. You know, what's important to me might not land for someone else. And so it's great that we have so many of them. And this series itself has sold way more copies than I ever expected. I think we're almost at 20,000 copies
Oh, wow.
now, which is just, it just blows me away that people are reading and using these exercises. Hey friends, Derek Loudermilk here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this clip, then there's something else that I want to tell you about, which is a mastermind that I'm running called the League of Superconductors. And it's for the greatest change makers of our time. The intention is to elevate entrepreneurs who are operating at a new level of consciousness. So if you're a spiritual teacher, a healer, a coach, and you're ready to start shifting the earth through your business and operating at both a 3D level and experiencing physical abundance, and also operating at a multi-dimensional level from inspiration and bringing totally new ideas and innovation and messages to people through your work, then that's what this group that I've put together is for. And there's 4 aspects. The Thought Leaders MBA is one pillar, everything you need to know about business, of being a thought leader in this time. What I call the energy experience, or applied metaphysics to your business. And then adventure, the adventure mindset, what it takes to be a leader operating from inspiration. And finally, peak performance, how to get the most out of our physical conditions, our body, our energy levels, our mind, all the different aspects that make us human entrepreneurs. So if that sounds interesting, then I invite you to click the link and find out a little bit more about it. You can also schedule a call, a strategy session with me, where I'll coach you for a little bit and we'll get to know each other, and we can see if you are a good fit for this year's group. We'll be starting in May of 2022. So check it out, and I'll see you next time.